I was born and raised in LA. I come from an immigrant family who are from Ecuador. My parents immigrated here just before my birth. I've been running now for about 26 years. It's crazy to think how many races, memories, and everything that has happened. I love to reflect and meditate to give myself that sense of gratitude. But it's been over probably 650 races of all distances, and it's been a journey so far. My running journey was started in high school, running cross country and track, and just discovering that I had a thing to run because I was really bad at team sports, at soccer and basketball. And so just finding my element, my little talent and fire in running was something very special. So I had jumped into just learning everything I could to become a better athlete. And I mean, this was 26 years ago. So that was learning better sleep, better fueling, better sports nutrition, just trying to learn every little factor to help myself improve as an athlete. I knew I was never going to be the fastest, never going to be the best, but I wanted to be the best version of myself. That was always how my running was born and how it started and how it continued. So once I started racking up the races, and it wasn't until like my mid 20s where I started to learn about the world record for the youngest female to run 100 marathon by the Guinness Book of World Records. Wow, it's held by a British woman who's 34 years old, and I'm still in my low to mid 20s. This is something that potentially I can go after. So I went after it quietly. And I had a couple close friends and my brother-in-law who told me, like, Nadia, why don't you just walk them and hurry up and get them over with? Do like those like, smaller races that like 7 marathons in 7 days or like weekends every weekend. I go, that's a good idea. But for me, personally, as a coach, as a teacher, as an athlete, I believe in just always trying my best and also being fully immersed in every single event or experience that I do. I want to be present. So I don't want to rush through things. So I wanted to do it my way. So my philosophy was just always pursue what you can on that day. So show up to starting line as prepared as possible and try your best. And that's the beauty of our sport. That's the beauty of running. In my opinion, is it doesn't matter when you start. It doesn't matter what pace you are. It doesn't matter. Like we're all out there trying our best. And when you really just dig deep and try to look for that growth is where we finally find like what is possible within ourselves. So that's why I kept racing them and running. And I look back in my 20s, I should have valued that decade of my life much more because our recovery rate is so amazing. We're so resilient. And what my body was doing, I didn't give it enough thank yous to my body back then. But I was racing marathon after marathon and BQ after BQ and still racing like 5Ks and 10Ks and halves and just enjoying the process, enjoying the training, enjoying the racing. And again, it wasn't about being the fastest and trying to go to Olympic level. And I did have a couple coaches approach me and say, would you like to try to qualify for the Olympic trials? You're there now. If you just race a little less, if you just do this. And I had a couple coaches that were at the elite level. If you just lose 15, 20 pounds. And I'm like, you know what? That might not be the lifestyle that I want to go, what direction I want to take my running journey. I want to create my own story. So that's how I pursued my running. And I wanted to find a balance of work life, social life, my passion in running, and still try my best and race them as hard as I can. So that's how I started creating my own identity in how my running was developing. And so by the time I had hit 100 marathons in 2013, over half of them have always been Boston qualifiers. And it's not just because I will choose only flat and road courses. I love to choose adventure races. I love to choose trail races. And even one of the hardest marathons I had done was the Machu Picchu marathon, which has 10,700 feet of gain. So that was a very challenging marathon. I love those types of experiences. So it was just trying to find a balance of where I can race hard and where I can challenge myself and find different elements. And coming across that mark of 100 marathons, then it was just something very special. And to do it my way was even more special.